Good morning. Good morning. GM, 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 GM. Completing our checklist in preparation. Did our morning routine, live streaming. Now we will do our trading prep for the day. Let's get rid of this. We're absolutely struggling to get this MacBook to load, bruh. Stream is too much. We're just gonna force quit everything. So I believe it's no news. Right? No news Monday. Because we need a MacBook update, guys. Can't do that right now. Because we do not want to be disturbed until this evening or for the hour. Good morning. Come on, man. Okay. So I believe we have everything set up here. There we go. Beautiful. We're back. We're ready for action. Let's fix this. We have to do our trading prep and promises, and then we should be good to trade for the day. So I also want to go over a couple things. Just mark out our ranges quickly. I can already pretty much see where our ranges are. So we got this high, this low, just like that there. To the 1 minute chart, 15-minute chart, range high. That's on MAQ. Let's check out ES. ES looks to be the same thing. That's the range right now. It looks like we're accumulating. And Q is the same. The top of that range. Bitcoin. Got that retracement there. Ethereum is at the bottom end of its range. Let's check out gold. Gold is making another move up. Looks like gold broke out of its range already. Silver seems to be pulling back to its range. Just like that. Okay, now we're good for the day. Did our trading prep. So we gotta promise to follow our rules today. Promise to follow my system rules. My system rules are: we wait on the 15-minute time frame for price action to be in the trending market state, so it has to break out of its range. And then we go to the 1 minute chart, and our 1 minute system has to be in agreement with the higher time frame price action, and then we take a trade in that direction. So it is a breakout trend following continuation strategy that we're implementing today. Promise to follow my risk management rules. So my risk management rules are $250 risk per trade, 5 contracts on ES or 1 contract on ES, 5 points, 25 points on MNQ, 5 contracts. So we will follow that. And a mistake I made twice last week was we promised to follow the rules, so we're going to get that out of the way and then journal the day in Notion. So there's a couple of mistakes that I made last week that I want to be aware of, and I don't want to make again this week. Some of the big ones were, let's see if we can get this. I just want like a summary page. Okay. Just want a summary page. But I'll explain the mistakes that I made last week from my journal. Let me see if I can put the journal. Okay, we have it here. I'll quickly just show you guys my journal here. So I want a new page. Like, I want a new page that I can just write on. I want notes. Like, I want to make a notes thing. How do I do this, guys? I feel like a boomer right now. Okay. Um, week 1 trading lessons. Week 1 trading lessons. Boom. Okay, so mistakes that we don't want to repeat. One, this was had to do with our risk. So we would place a trade, and on Top Step, our bracket orders weren't on, so it wasn't automatically like filled. Bracket orders weren't set before trading, before taking a trade. So let's do that now. Let's fix that. Actually, let's continue with this and then we'll fix it. Second one was taking a mean reverting setup. Okay. Taking a mean reverting setup. That just completely broke my rules. That was on last Friday. I just completely broke my rules with that. I was really upset with it because, like, I just betrayed myself. Like, why was I doing that? So we're not gonna do that today. And risk. Those are the only two mistakes that we made. Also, we kind of did miss up on a couple of setups, which is fine. But I feel like we already fixed that because we was only looking at one pair. So now we're keeping an eye on all of them for the setups. So I think that's good. Things we did good. Things that we did good this week. We followed our trading game plan. Why is it like that? Followed our trading game plan. Followed our automatic trading habits / morning habits. What else did we do? Risk was good. Besides that one mistake. What else did we do? What else did we do good? We read the markets like good. So strong flow state all week. And I'm gonna make a video about how to enter flow state because it's super it feels super great to enter a flow state, and I do feel like I'm in a flow state right now. And it's basically I'll give a brief summary on how to enter flow state. Once you wake up, you want to systematically approach your day, so you're completing the easiest task first, and boom, 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 like it's easy, you check that off, easy, check that off, easy, check that off. And once you get into the hard task of doing your actual work that you need to do for a day, it's like you already know what to do. Like you're already in that habit, building that habit of what to do, and you've already did all the like easy things, so you're in this flow state of just like accomplishment. So I'll make a video on that today. Maybe not. Well, I would like to do it today, but it's not on my checklist, so I can add it in there. But it's definitely a video idea that I have. So things we did good: followed our trading game plan, followed our automatic trading habits / morning habits. Risk we good. Risk was good. Strong flow state all week. In terms of trading, yeah, we did really good. So these were the lessons for this week. and we can even take a ChatGPT summary of all of this. Like, made 2 mistakes, breaking rules, trading while mentally unstable. Okay, that's another one we're gonna add. So just add a suggestion. Important note. Whatever. Notes. If at any point we become mentally aligned, stop trading, reset, refocus, drink water, shower, step away to regain focus. And that's pretty good. That's interesting there. Trading notes. Let's see. So yeah, this was the worst day. Broke my rules today, mean reverting, trading without full rule alignment. Mental state confusion, frustrating, getting the urge to get even. After stepping back. No, oh yes. Oh, that's a big one. No micromanaging trades. So, patience. We were not patient enough this week. Guys, yeah, we were not patient enough this week. Why is it like that, bro? Another note. Waiting for our setup to play out. System to do its thing. Because last week was a test of patience, right? If I just waited for my trades to play out, I would have hit like full take profit, but I was cutting my profits slightly early because I just didn't want to continue to participate in the market. Like I couldn't sit in that. Like I couldn't put away the phone or like put away the markets when I was still in a trade, even though the trade was like risk free and it was completely fine. So waiting for our system to do its thing. How can we word this? Being patient in the markets when before, during, and after the trade. Letting our take profit run to full TP. So yeah, those would be the notes, the mistakes. Why is it like that? Why does it have to just, why does it have to be odd like that? Why? Okay, that's pretty good. The market is going to open soon. So we'll just wait to see what price does. Right now I just want to focus on this chart here. Wait, I gotta switch over again. There we go. Now, so thing we did wrong, things we need to improve on, make sure these brackets are on. Want to be on auto brackets, boom. ES, we might be trading MEQ, I'm not sure, but that's what we're looking at right now. Beautiful. Okay, so that's set up nice. Range high, range low, and we close above this here. So really this is kind of our new range right now. It's a very like that's the range I'm seeing forming. Like this is the range. We can remove these liquidities. There's not really nothing. But yeah, this is the range that I'm seeing right now. Let's check out this one. Say about this range. So again, what I'm seeing is, just go back to this here. It's a very, yeah, that's the range. Range high, range low. Breaking out of this range on Bitcoin to the lower side. A couple more minutes here till market opens. Let me just see some volume zones where we could be heading. We have gaps that need to be filled in the market here. I want to see where it is from the start of 2020 till now. We're right at that range, like in the middle. So the market seems pretty balanced. Right, so we can hit these highs, these lows, or even these lows down here. So the market on MNQ seems to be kind of in the middle. So the start of 2020. Yeah, we're right in the middle there, so let's see how that plays out. Made that move down though. Should remove this clutter. So we have these zones. So I'm seeing on ES. Looks like we're breaking it to the upside on market open. Can we get a close? Next candle closed in 15 minutes, so we'll probably just have to wait that out. Looks like we're trending up on MNQ and ES. So did we get that candle close? Ever so slightly, yeah. MNQ. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So buyers are strongly in the market right now. It looks like a good entry for longs. Broke out of that range. We're strongly trending up. We broke out of its range. So what we can do here is wait for a pullback towards any of these levels. Limit buy would be 1 on ES. But we also do want to wait for that candle close, so we're going to wait 12 more minutes for that candle close. I feel like, yeah, buyers in control. We can set our limit order to get some type of retracement here. The 50% or even the 38, it's a healthy trend. that limit order at? 69750. Here's our limit order. 5 points. Now we target 1 to 6. We might just want to get filled here. Looks like price is might just take off. Buyers are continuing to enter. At least at 3.8 retracement it can get filled. I'm gonna try and enter here. Damn. I don't want to chase, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna take off. At that 50 level.
Order filled.
Alright, we're in here. Like that, around that 25. We'll see how this one plays out. It's strong bull, like a strong uptrend. So we're in, we're filled. A little bit of a late entry, but because I want to enter in like down here, but price can make another leg up, be strong. I can move that to break even at 1 to 1. Two 986. 2 9. 2986 is our entry. Like, I didn't want to chase price, but it's gonna take off without us, so we need to enter off of that middle leg and that slight retracement, like that what is it, that 3.8 retracement, that 2.5 retracement, because in a strong uptrend it's not gonna go beyond 75%. So that was our entry there. Stop loss is pretty much at that last leg for 75%. And we only need 1K here, so K is about like right there. Where's that? That's at about 7.7. So it looks like we can move stop to break even pretty soon. Let's check out the order flows. Candle's gonna close bullish. We have harmony and price. We're trending up on the 1 minute chart. We have price action in our favor. We have order flows and volume in our favor. Just these highs, which is where our take profit will be. Just let it run out. So I'm cool with this trade. $250 risk. It's a win. It's a win. It's a loss. It's a loss, you know. But so far, no deep pullbacks. So this is a healthy uptrend. Can stay here, come down a little bit, and then go up for our 1-to-1, move to break even. Everything was in alignment. Now we're at 1-to-1, so we can move that to break even. One to one, move to break even. It's a risk-free trade, baby. That's what we love to see. Download the image. And we'll just journal. So in my journal, I want to create like week 1, week 2. They're gonna redo it every time. So yeah, we're in for a risk-free trade. One thing that I want to take note of is letting the market do its thing and being patient. Because last week, I just wouldn't let it run to full take profit, and I was impatient, wanted to get out early. So this one, we're just gonna just freaking set up this journal. Do I gotta do the whole thing like again, bruh? That's ChatGPT. Man, Notion is so confusing, bruh. One table, you keep week 1 data, add week 2. You switch between weeks without losing anything. Add one column. No, oh my god, bruh. I have tap filter. Hmm? Confused. Man, I don't freaking know Notion, bruh. I don't know Notion. I just want the same freaking thing. I want the same header columns in a new view. Okay, we did that. Week 2. While in week 2, tap filter, set week is 2. What do you mean set? What does it mean tap week is 2? What does it even mean? After tapping filter, tap add filter, advanced filter. I don't see add filter. It's, bruh. Why is Notion like what the fuck? What is Notion? You know, like what is Notion, bruh? Why is it so difficult? Just make another page that's not linked to it. Oh wait, can I unlink it? Oh, wait. No, that's my trading notes. Oh, well, that doesn't help. That doesn't help. I'm just gonna re-add the. Ah! I can't do this, bruh. I gotta watch his YouTube video. Hold on, guys. Looks like the trade is going well, but I need to watch a YouTube video. I can't figure this shit out. Just fucking can't figure it out. Notion. How to duplicate, how to duplicate a new view but with different data, right?
In today's video, Welcome to our tutorial. In this
Just 1 second, guys. 1 moment, please.
So you can do this really simple. With Google Workspace, apps like Docs, Drive, Gmail, and Meet.
What in the AI? These are all AI tutorials.
Hi there, I'm Alex Cunningham, and I'll walk you through this Notion tutorial.
Look at this, bro. This guy's AI.
Jump right in. If you're looking to organize your Notion workspace,
This guy's not even real.
Databases all within a single view, you've come to the right place. Without flipping flow, simply type board, inline, gallery, and so on. You can pick any format you feel suits your content best. For example, you might choose a table if you want to see your entries. Insert a blank database right onto your page. Now, with your first database added, let's bring in a second one. Again, type a database on a new line. You'll get the same list of options, but this time, instead of creating a new database, let's link to an existing one. Your sample data. Bring in a second one. Again, type a database on a new line. You'll get the same list of options, but this time, instead of creating a new database, let's link to an existing one. Your sample database. Notion makes this easy. You can select Link to Database and then search for your sample database in the list. Once you've picked the database you want to show, it'll pop up right under the first one. Here comes a little tweak that's super helpful. Sometimes when you link to a database, Notion will default to the original view settings for that database, which may not be what you want to see every time. To customize it, click Add a New View at the top of your newly linked database. You can choose from table, list, board, or another view. You get the flexibility to display your data however works best for you. Maybe click Add a New View at the top of your newly linked database. You can choose from table, list, board, or another view. You get the flexibility to display your data however works best for you. Maybe you want a filtered view showing only ongoing tasks, or perhaps you need to group entries by status or project. Play around with these options to find the setup that fits your needs. Once you've created your custom view, you can delete the old default view if it's cluttering up your page. Just click the 3 dots next to the old view name and select Delete. Don't database you want to show, it'll pop up. You'll get the same list of options, but this time, instead of creating a new database, let's link to an existing one, your sample database. Notion makes this easy. You can select Link to Database
Notion ain't
and
making
then
this
search
easy,
for your
bro.
sample database in the list. Once you've picked the database you want to show, it'll pop up right under the first one. Here comes a little tweak that's super helpful. Sometimes when you link to a database, Notion will default to the original view settings for that database, which may not be what you want to see every time. To customize it, click Add a New View at the top of your newly linked database. You can choose from table, list, board, or another view. You get the flexibility to display your data however works best for tasks, or perhaps you need to group entries by status or project. Play around with these options to find the set of your custom view. You can delete you'll get the same list of options, but this time, instead of creating a new database, instead of creating a new database, let's link to an existing one, your sample database. Notion makes this easy. Link to an existing one, your sample database. Notion makes this easy. You can select and search for your sample database in the list. Once you've picked the database you want to show, it'll pop up right under the first one. Here comes a little tweak that's super helpful. Sometimes when you link to a database, Notion will default to the original view settings for that database, which may not be what you want to see every time. To customize it, click Add a New View at the top of your newly linked database. You can choose from tape.
Guys, I just want to separate the journal, okay? I want week 1 to be its own week, and then I want week 2 to be its own week. Guys, I can't figure this out, man. Like, okay, I can figure this out. How do I unlink it? Like, I don't want it to be the same. My God, guys, I can't figure this out. I actually, like, how do I, bro? I really don't know. I'm just gonna create the entire thing like brand new. is this so difficult, bro? Somebody help me. Legit, somebody help me. Okay. Okay, guys. All I'm trying to do is create the same template, like organized. Organize, views, database.
If other vacation rental platforms offer a flurry of guests coming and going,
Notion just made a big change to how databases work, and it's kind of causing a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
Essentially, databases can now have multiple data sources, which is probably a term you've never heard before, and which represents a fundamental change to how databases work at the core. So in this video, I'm going to do my best to quickly explain what this feature is, and perhaps more importantly, what this feature isn't, because it's really easy to misconstrue this feature as a different and extremely highly requested feature that doesn't exist yet. So let's first take a look at Notion's tweet they put out. Databases just got more powerful. You can now parent multiple data sources in a single database and add linked views too. And like I said in the intro, this is causing a bit of confusion. Sorry, but is this a linked database? Correct me if I'm wrong. Can someone explain, please? What's the point of this? There's a lot of confusion around this, so I'm going to try my best to give you a quick explanation of what this is. And I want to briefly just go over to a sample Notion workspace and try to demonstrate as quickly as possible. So let's say that you're trying to build a note-taking system. If you want to build a note-taking system, you're probably going to have multiple databases, or what Notion would now call data sources. You're going to have a repository for your actual notes, and then because you probably want to organize those notes, maybe you have a different data source for tags. So you have a tagging system, and you can say tag certain notes as gardening notes, other notes as AI notes, things like that. The way we would build this in the past would be type /database, and we make ourselves a database called notes. And then down here we make another /database block, and we would call this database tags, right? So we've got two different database blocks that represent the two different data sources in our system. Well, we could
Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. Nope. That's not what we want. Okay. No. Okay, we got this. Database, table view, trading journal. I can't. I can't believe this shit. So fucking What the fuck is your problem? What's your issue, bruh? I have a database week 1. I want the same headers, same shit, same stuff in a fresh one for week 2 with the same headers. Notion, you're on some shit, man. Let me tell you that, bro. You're on some shit. You're making me feel retarded. Notion is making me literally feel retarded, bruh. Think about it, bro. Think about this shit, man. Just think about it, bro. Why are you doing this to me? I just want to journal my one trade, bruh, for the new week. I want a new slot. Oh my god, bruh. ChatGPT is also making me feel retarded. Look. I have week 1 trades journaled. I'm currently on week 2. I want a fresh template to organize and separate the trading weeks. We got this, bro. Filters do the separation. Let me explain clearly and calmly, then give you the exact fix if you're trading wrong. What you have right now from this one master trading journal database, week 1 log, you created week 2. Week 2 still looks the same journal because it's not filtered yet or rows aren't tagged. This is normal, nothing is broken. The only thing you need to do, part 1, make sure every trade belongs to a week. Look at your columns. You must have a column called week. Okay. Let's create a separate column. Insert to the left. We do like trade ID. What do we call it? I made another column. I made another column. Block. Should it be trade ID? How to tag. Type select. Okay. All right, hold on. We're cooking right now. We're cooking. We might have figured it out. Okay, week 1. Guys, I think I figured it out. Let's go. Okay, hold on. Filter. Okay, wait, filter. Wait. Add new item. Week 2. Took the trade on ES. We went long. January 12th, 2026. At what time did we go long? It was at 9:38. 9. Guys, we're cooking right now. 9:38 we went long. It was a trend following breakout, slight pullback entry, trend continuation, order flow harmony, price action was there, all of our indicators were there, and risk was there. Now we'll add our screenshots. Okay. Alright, we're almost there. In the week column, select. We did it! We figured it out, guys. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, bruh. That's what I'm talking about, man. We did it. Filter. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Price can just hit that TP. Then we will be green. Let's go. Let's go. We fucking figured it out. Now we can journal the trade. Like just how I want to journal the trade. All right, let's take a picture of this. That's fantastic, bruh. Good shit. Okay. So let's talk about the actual trade. I want to take a picture of where I wanted to get entered. Because I wanted to get entered in around here. So let's highlight that. But we kind of missed out, which is fine. Then we entered around here. Because it was off of this leg. Okay, so at 9:30 a.m. price made its move upwards, strongly trending the price action on the 15-minute chart broke out of its range. 1 minute system quickly signaled long position, missed first entry, limit order was at 0.5%, 0.50% of the leg up. It only went to 0.25%. Strong, healthy trend indication. I was worried I would be chasing price to get filled. Entered on the next bearish candle retracement at 9:38 a.m. Then moved stop to break even at a 1-to-1. Now just letting the trade play out. If I learned anything from last week, it is to wait for candle closes for any signs of reversals and let price hit my full take profit. No need to trail a tight stop loss, risk free trade. That's pretty good. So yeah, do need to get ready to go to the gym soon. Hopefully we can close above this and make a higher low because we're in this range now. Price is at this range again. It's forming this range. But if we just go back and look at price action, we're already at this area. Can we make the highs to 7.7? That's our take profit right there, right? 7.7. $7.07. So we can let this trade play out. It goes to break even or it's full take profit. 700. Wait. I just need to see. I think 704 is enough. I think like right here is take profit. So just needs to make that slight leg up. Just gonna leave it at 7. Okay, I'm gonna. What should I do? I should probably. I'm gonna use the washroom. I'm gonna continue my work for the day to finish my work to get that out of the way, and do my boot camp lessons, and then go to the gym and then go to work. What's mine cannot be taken away from me. We did fail to make another high. Price volume did close bullish, but it is looking negative. Do we close under this low? We might. I think it's fine. Just be patient. Like, this was the first signal to exit right here. First signs of reversal. Price isn't really in agreement. It's like 10:30. We still have the bullish volume, like crusher, strong trend. Still bullish volume, but there's not a lot of volume. Whatever. We'll just wait and see what happens. I don't control the outcome, I just gotta do my thing, then let the markets do its thing. But if we did enter early, would have been there, but that's fine. It's totally fine, we're cool with that. Let's just move on to day 23.
This lesson, we're going to talk about backtesting. So, first of all, let me cover what backtesting is for anyone who doesn't know. Backtesting is where you use historical data to see how well a particular trading strategy works. Okay, so you look into the past and you analyze something that was in your head, so an idea you have, to understand, is this going to give me potential profit or is it potentially going to lose money? Why do we backtest? Well, the assumption is a strategy that worked well in the past is likely to work well in the future. Of course, that's not always true, but that is the assumption we make, and we have to start somewhere. Because of that, and because the markets are ever changing, it's important to always adapt your system and avoid bias. So it's not enough to just backtest and say this thing's going to work forever. No, you have to stay up, stay in tune with the market, just like the market does by changing every day. Your strategy should be developed without relying on the data used in backtesting. This is really, really important. You first develop the strategy, then you backtest it, right? Because that will avoid confirmation bias. You do not want to go and find something that works and then build a thesis from that. You start with your idea, then you go backtest it. That'll become clear when I go through the example in a moment. And backtesting can be manual or automated, but we're going to talk about manual here, and everyone should start with manual backtesting because the best way to learn, just like in the gym, is constant repetition. Even if you know how to code, you should not skip the manual backtesting stage because that is like skipping your workouts. Okay, there's some rules to backtesting. First one, and this is probably the one that fucks most people up, you should backtest only in the times that you can trade, right? It's tempting when you backtest to go from midnight to midnight and find every instance of your setup, but that's not realistic. Can you be at your computer 24 hours a day? No. So if you can be on your computer 8 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 1 hour a day, mark those times on the chart and that is where you backtest. If you do not do that, you are not being realistic. And if you come to me and say, Michael, I've got a 60% win rate, I've done 100 tests, but you've done them across the full 24 hours, I'll tell you, okay, great strategy, but unless you're going to hire a team of traders to work for you, it's not realistic. So stick to your time frame that you can trade before you start. And you want to use the bar replay to minimize selection bias. Meaning, on TradingView or whatever platform, there's two ways you can do it. You can either look at the full chart and just scroll backwards on it, or you can use the feature called bar replay. Bar replay brings you back to the actual candle that you chose in the past and prints every candle as new, and we're going to cover that now in a second. So you want to use that. Now, that is a paid feature on TradingView, but you might be saying, oh, Michael, I can't do that. I've got a solution for you that every single person can do for at least 30 days. Premium. The highest paid, the highest, all the bells and whistles version of TradingView is expensive, $60 a month, but you can try it free for 30 days. So what you're going to do is You're not going to jump in and open it right away. Wait until you're ready to actually put a solid 30 days into backtesting, then get your subscription, the 30-day free trial, and then do all your backtesting. Now, that's not all the backtesting you'll do forever, but you understand. You're going to do a month of solid backtesting in your spare time, and then after that, if it's worth it, you're going to continue on paying the subscription, or maybe even you find out an ingenious way to get a new trial all over again. I couldn't possibly recommend that, but maybe there are some smart students out there. And then aim for 100 individual data points. So basically 100 tests. So you get a setup, you test it 100 times. That is statistically significant, meaning whatever win rate, average returns you get, that is actually valid and you can use that. So 100 is what we're looking for. All right, let's get into it. Manual backtesting. How do you actually do it? Well, it all starts with a question. So every backtest you do should come from a question in your head. So the smart students watching this might understand and realize, wait a minute, there are a lot of questions that people ask in the Ask Michael channel inside the real world, which he says, one word reply, test. Why does he say that? Because the question they asked is exactly where you should start for backtesting. So for example, imagine you come in, or wanted to come in, to Ask Michael and say to me, Michael, is the VWAP or is the 12 and 21 EMA cross a better confluence tool for trend shifts on the Bitcoin intraday time frame? Well, my reply to
Okay, so now we can just do some backtesting. We're gonna do at least 10. So let's select the furthest date. Select July 1st. This one going to break even. Date and time of trade. What? Can you guys see the backtesting that I'm doing? Okay, yeah.
You would be test it. So this is how you do that. You take your initial question. So it has to be. Let's talk about huge candle.
think we're almost at our take prof, or almost at our funded account. Looks like we're gonna close above this range. We did close above the range, which is good. So let's just do another back test, July 25th. We just skipped Monday.
Order filled.
Funded. Funded, baby. Let me text my homie. Funded. Nice. Back to funded 937.50. Let's journal that. What time is it? 11:11. Pool number. Funded. Let's go. Super happy about that. Let's look at the trades. 3K in the balance. We just gotta do that again on the funded, which I most definitely can do for this upcoming week. And it's pretty dope, man. Just lock me out. Damn, look at that risk to reward though. Shit, man. Average of 46R? Holy fuck, bro. I only took like 12 trades. Okay, 10 more minutes of back testing, then we have to go to the gym. Day 23, we get funded. What the hell's going on here? Alright, 8 more minutes of back testing. I'll go to the gym. July 3. This was on July 30. I'm tripping. What? Which one was it? Did it hit our break-even point first, or what happened here? We'll stop the break-even. We got stopped over break-even, bro. Let's go. Alright, that's enough. We'll do one more back test, and then we're gonna journal the day, summarize the day, and go to the gym. Because as much as I want to just sit here and complete my 100 back tests, I have other things to do. We'll do one more back test. Price broke out of its range. Enter the next candle open. Oh, but this is 9:30. It's already break-even trade. Did take profit. Okay. Let's journal a little more. Funded. We got back to funded by focusing only on the process. Day 23 is going well. Did boot camp day 23. We back tested our 16 trades. We need a total of 100 by the end of the week to submit for blue belt. 11:34 a.m. We have to go to the gym, then go to work. I'm very proud of myself for completing my checklist, and every single day I'm back to funded because I didn't cheat, I didn't over leverage, I was as patient as I could have been. I journaled every day, journaled my wins, journaled my losses, and turned them into lessons. I'm not perfect, but I'm making improvements every Great Monday. And we're going to take this and we're going to put this into ChatGPT. Damn, that's a lot. Okay, let's read it out. So, can you guys see the screen? Let's make my camera big, so you guys can focus on me instead. This pretty face. All right. Freaking lighting's not too good. All right. So, for the day, the trading day summary, Monday, market setup, 9:30. Price broke upwards with strong trend behavior. 15-minute chart broke out of its range. 1-minute system gave a long signal, entry and execution. First entry limit at 0.5% of leg. Price only reached 0.25%. Didn't chase. Waited for retracement. Entered long on the next bearish 1-minute candle at 9:38 a.m. Risk and money management move stopped to break even. Once price hit 1-to-1, let trade play out without tightening stop prematurely. Focus on process over early profit taking. Personal and discipline wins. Reach funded status again. Follow checklist throughout the day. Did not over leverage. Did not act emotionally. Journaling every trade, wins and losses. Completed bootcamp day 23 and back testing 16 trades. Objective goal set. Need 100 for blue belt. Other life priorities: went to gym, went to work. Proud of consistency and routine. Key lessons learned: what you did well. Waited for quality entry. Didn't chase price. A lot of traders jump in when price moves too fast. You waited for a retracement candle. This matters. Stuck to your system rules. You didn't override your process even when you missed the first entry. That shows discipline. Patience with stop placement. Moving stop to break even at 1-to-1 helps lock out risk while letting winners run. A good risk management habit. Awesome. I love that too. Journaling and routine. Daily journaling builds self-awareness. Gym, work, trading routine builds resilience. Cognitive bias and habits you'll want to watch. Anchoring on missed entries. You noted that 0.5 entry that can lead to frustration and chasing. I did feel like almost I was chasing price when I missed that first entry, and I did not want to do that. You handled it well today because of being cautious of holding too long to recoup missed moves, entering early than rules allowed. Confirmation bias. After the breakout, once you believe strongly in the trend, you might subconsciously look for signals that confirm your bias and filter out warnings. You combated this well, but also check both sides. Reward overconfidence. Today was good, but overconfidence after a funded return can make rules feel optional. Keep process first. I like that one. Keep the process first. Improve in next step focus. Track retracement quality. Not all retracements are equal. Over time, note which candle patterns give higher probability retracements. Define retracement threshold. You mentioned 0.25 versus 0.5. Consider building rules like if retracement touches 0.3, treat as a valid setup. If retracement touches below it, skip next signal. This turns feeling strong, healthy trend into quantifiable criteria. So the entry leg, like that first breakout of the 15-minute chart, we go to the 1 minute, and on that leg, that first retracement, if it hits 0.3% on the Fibonacci, that's our limit order. Is that what it was trying to say? Because the entry needs to be clear, right? It needs to be freaking clear. Better quality rules. This helps objectively in journaling. How many candle confirmed trends? What volume threshold? Retracement depth limits. Explain fields for your journal. Entry signal, retracement depth. Okay. Psychological and process wins. You mentioned I'm 23% better than I was 23 days ago. That's huge. It shows growth mindset and focus on measurable improvements. Man, that like hits home. Like I'm 23% better than I was 23 days ago. Like that hits home. Like that hits my heart a lot because it's true. Keep that mindset. Don't trade perfection, trade progress. Daily trading checklists. We don't need that. Today was a process win. Not every good trade is a big money win. Sometimes the best gains are psychological. Patience beats impulse. Discipline beats noise. Process beats outcome. You handle the fast market with discipline and self-control, and that's what keeps you funded. Awesome. So that's the day. That's the trading day. Monday, I gotta eat, go to the gym, just continue the process. Continue the process all the way up until tomorrow. I'm thinking about making a YouTube video on this process because it's helping me so much. Complete 10 back tests. Journal of the day for Notion. So I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can see, but this is my morning habits, and I do my morning plan, and I set my focus for the day. What are the 3 main things that I want to focus on today, which is my boot camp, back testing, and going to work. And then that's my trading habits. I know it's backwards, but these are my physical habits. So this is what I need to do next. Eat, go to the gym, post-workout. Yeah, eat my post-meal, have my pre-workout, go to the gym, and then post-meal. And then I have my nighttime automatic habits. So no social media, no video games before my routine. I complete my routine and get ready for the bed. And this is just my water tracker. How much water I've drank for the day. Need to drink more water. And yeah, so once I complete that, I basically just pray, go to bed, wake up, pray, do it all over again. So that's the day. Peace.